What is up? This is your boy Anecdotal, and today I'm going to talk to you about which 7-star unit you want to prioritize first, because that's what you guys have been asking me. So, obviously, the first, by a long shot, is Death Knight. Why? Well, just look at my revival team. Boom, 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 boom. Now, you can only have a max of 10 of any 7-star unit, no matter what. You can't get more. That's why I only have 10 and not all 12 there, because you have a max of 10. Why is that? Oh, I don't know, because of the 500% metal boost that you get? Yeah, 500%. Remember, people were making a big deal about getting 5% from trainers, 10% from drummer, and then 30% from Shadow Knight, and that has been shattered by Extreme Death Knight. Remember, Extreme, which means you need to have a regular one, get the pet so that you could evolve a evolved version of it to make it an extreme version. So 5-star is just a name, 6-star is senior this unit, and then extreme this unit is 7-star. So remember, if you don't have the pet, you can't evolve it. Make sure to get the pet. Where do you get it? Spirit Highland. If you're not far enough in Spirit Highland, you're not going to go ahead and see it, but you are always given the pet at some point during the E-Core pass thing. So make sure to play daily. Sooner or later they'll just give you like 20 or 10 to 30 fragments. I don't remember what it is because I could farm it. Second is a hard go between both of the human ones, because they both give you gold up, but the cannon one gives you additional strength by giving you a fire blessing, fire of might, I believe it's called. So you get more gold if you really are low level and you're trying to unlock more quests, which will in turn give you higher gold levels for your units. It might be more prudent to work on fire mage than the cannon one. Now, if you're not low level and you're a higher level person and you, like myself, have already got all the gold you need, unlocked all the quests, then it's a toss-up between Wolf Rider and Bigfoot. They both do the exact same thing, and by that I mean they give you basic game speed, which is just something everybody needs as you level up. Basic game speed is just horrible for me. By the time I'm at the end of my run, I'm at like 120 game speed, which is bad. which is so bad. 100 is baseline. You start off at like 220. So my game speed is horrendous by the end of my run. It's like an additional 15 minutes to get to the tail end of my run, and the beginning is like whoosh. It takes me less than half the time to finish all of that because I'm skipping less stages. I'm not going as fast. My game speed suffers by so much, so it's horrible. So the game speed units are luckily just the orc units. The units that give you gold luckily are the human units. And here, this elf unit, because the other one is useless, Unicorn Knight, gives you two things. Distortion, which makes the distance between you and the crystal shorter. So usually that distance is always the same, but it gets spread out the further you get in levels because the stages are just longer for some reason. This helps that distortion lower back to as close to normal as possible. So you'll see that the further you get, stages will look longer, not just because you're going faster, but because there's a distortion. That distortion is lowered by that elf. So here, this is where you see the all levels. You get this by equipment, you get this by inner passion and all this other stuff, but more importantly for this specifically is that fire of might that I was talking about that the cannon can give you. So this human cannon can give you this. This is the number one useless unit, the Int. Extreme Int does absolutely nothing for you, unless you kinda need an elf tank to beat something, but honestly I've never needed any sort of 7-star unit to beat any level of the game so far. So all of Spirit Highland you can do without it. Now this undead unit, I'm not sure where to rank up, because this undead unit gives you this sort of claymore explosion thing that I'm not really sure how it helps. All I know is that it does help, not sure how. So it says that it takes out what, like 20% of damage based on your attack or something to the crystal, or maybe to the enemies that are there. The text kind of makes me not really sure. If you know, great, but all I know is that you do eventually want to have this. But how far is it in the priority list? I'm not really sure. I'd rather go distortion first because I'm sure about what it does than the damage, because normally I could just one-shot every crystal, so I don't know how helpful that really is going to be. So I'd rather shorten that. So here's where the big one comes in. See, this Gunner, I've been saying cannon because that's what he has. So when it comes to Gunner versus Fire Mage, there's a 0.4 increase of gold per Fire Mage, but you do need to get it at T2 instead of T1. So that's one thing. Now, if you only have one for each pet, you know, when you decide to get gold, I might go Gunner because you also get a small increase of your actual attack with the Fire of Might. Bigfoot here, like I said, if you really want to tag, you can go ahead and have him, but he additionally gives speed, which Ent does not do. And Unicorn Knight, you do have to get him all the way to T4, so there's a lot of investment. You could have 4 gold Fire Mages at T2 or 4 Gunners at T1 that gives you gold. You know, it's just a whole lot of investment there. So no matter what, get your Death Knight. So this has been your boy Anecdotal, and if you like this video, man, make sure to like it, share with anybody from the EF community, and of course, don't forget to make yourself known and comment down below. Peace.